It's Friday, and as always, Chris Bumbray with JoBlo.com joins us to talk about the latest movies and events. Hey there, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
Great. You're telling me you're in New York right now, so what's going on over there?
That's right, Matt. I'm in New York. I'm here at a screening for a movie called A House of Dynamite, which Netflix is putting out in a couple of weeks and is about a nuclear attack on the White House. So pretty charged film. I'm doing the press junket for it. Going to interview a couple of the stars tomorrow, Rebecca Ferguson, the director, Catherine Bigelow. And yeah, this is a movie that I think hopefully people will be hearing a lot about in the next couple of weeks. It's definitely up there for an Oscar contender. But yeah, a pretty heavy subject matter, though.
For sure. There's a lot of interest as well around another film. It's called One Battle After Another. It's a rare drama to get a huge IMAX release. We're going to have a listen now.
Rise and shine.
Bat an eyelash.
Good morning.
There are no hands on the clock
Why?
because they're not needed.
What time is it?
I don't remember that part. All right, let's just not nitpick over the passwords.
So, Chris, people are saying the film reflects our current politically charged world. Do you think people will go see a movie that reflects the current climate?
I hope so. I saw this the other night on an IMAX screen, and like you said, it is one of the rare dramas to get a big IMAX release, but it's done on an epic scale. And I mean, the audience that I saw it with seemed thoroughly engaged by it, but it really does reflect what's happening right now because it kind of takes place in a future version of America that's not far off from a lot of the things that we're seeing on the nightly news. Very similar to actually House of Dynamite, which I'm covering today, because both of them are kind of taking a critical look at this direction that we seem to be heading in. Whether or not people actually want to see this in their entertainment is another question, though. This one, though, does have the benefit of having Leonardo DiCaprio as a star. I don't think there's a bigger star in the world at the moment than Leonardo DiCaprio. Plus, there's Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn, who gives an incredible performance as this kind of deranged military officer. So One Battle After Another, yes, it tackles very heavy subject matter, but it also has a lot of comedy in it. It's actually very funny, and DiCaprio gives a pretty hysterical performance at times. So I think that might bring some people in.
I love this next topic. Mick Foley, he's a wrestler turned motivational speaker. I remember him well many years ago as Mankind. He's going to be at Cafe Cleopatra here in Montreal next Thursday, and you say he's a great storyteller.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, I'm a fan of wrestling history, more than the sport itself, actually, in some ways. And if you ever watch Dark Side of the Ring, whenever they bring on the talking heads, Mick Foley is always the guy that tells all the stories because he's such a great raconteur. So yeah, he's giving basically an hour-long insight into his career. Talks about his rivalries, his friendship with The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. But what's really cool about this is that he also does a 45-minute Q&A with the audience and is also known to stick around for photos with his fans. Very accessible, approachable guy, but very uplifting. He tells a great story. He's a really smart, kind, charismatic guy, and it's really cool that he's actually coming to Montreal, and what a venue too. Cafe Cleopatra, not the place that I would have naturally assumed to be one for an intimate Q&A, but there you go.
And finally, the Montreal Black Film Festival kicks off with Hedda, which, from what I understand, potentially an Oscar contender.
Yes, so this actually premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival just a few weeks ago, and it's pretty interesting that the follow-up screening is actually happening here in Montreal, not even at the New York Film Festival, which is going on right now. And I think it just goes to show you that the Montreal Black Film Festival really is starting to rise in popularity and esteem. Spike Lee was here 2 years ago, and he gave a really interesting masterclass. And I think this is another feather in the cap of the organization, who are kind of quickly rising in prominence in the city. It's actually at Théâtre Outremont, which is a great venue to check out as well. And there are screenings for this happening all week long at the Montreal Black Film Festival. So check them out. It's really worth It's really worth going to see. And Tessa Thompson might be an Oscar contender. So you see it early.
And you can find a complete list of what's happening in town this weekend by checking on the What's On calendar on our website, ctvnewsmontreal.ca. Chris, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Hey, my pleasure, Matt. Thank you very much.